Most people think that discipline means forcing yourself to do things when you're exhausted, unmotivated, and emotionally drained. But what if discipline didn't have to feel violent towards yourself? What if you didn't have to be harsh towards yourself in order for you to be disciplined? That's what we're going to talk about today. Self-discipline is a way for you to build consistency without self-punishment. It's not about being lazy and it's not about being harsh. It's about creating a structure that respects your emotional and mental capacity. Traditional discipline basically says, push harder, try again, don't be weak, right? But self-discipline says, let's understand why this feels hard and adjust the system instead of blaming yourself. Right? You can be disciplined without being harsh on yourself, and that is where I came up with self-discipline. So now imagine you want to study every day. This is just an example, right? Imagine you want to study every day. Traditional discipline would say that you'd have to study, for example, 4 hours daily with no excuses and no breaks in between. Otherwise, you'll get distracted and the work material won't come through, right? This is what self-discipline would ask instead. When do you actually have energy? Are you somebody that studies better in the morning, or are you somebody who studies better at night? Are you somebody who can integrate it during the day? Which time do you have the most energy? Secondly, what is the smallest version of studying you can do, right? If you know that your minimum for studying is 10 minutes or 20 minutes without being distracted, then you can break it up. You can do 20 minutes, have a 5-minute break, 20 minutes, have a 5-minute break, like that, like the Pomodoro method. That is what works if you know that your attention span cannot be stretched out to like an hour straight without any distractions, right? Plus, with the world that we live in today, attention span of the average person is much shorter because of TikTok, right? So don't be harsh on yourself. Just use the strengths that you have and have them lead you for you to be able to accomplish the goal that you want. Now, last question. What happens on days when you're overwhelmed? There are those days where you're just not gonna feel like you have the best energy. There are gonna be those days where you feel like there's just so much to get done all at once, and it's going to be difficult for you to be able to do all of that at once. You're human, okay? You go through things. You'll have a bad day. You'll have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of deadlines and assignments. As a psychology graduate, when I was in varsity getting my bachelor's degree, it was a lot, okay? It was a heck of a lot. There'd be assignments, tests, quizzes, all that are due in the same week, and you just can't breathe. You don't know what to do with yourself. And you still have to have time to rest, right? So this is when the self-discipline came in. Unfortunately, I only integrated this into my life in the last year of varsity, but it still worked for me, and I want you to be able to feel safe enough for it to work for you as well. Cool? Okay. So now, instead of forcing that 4 hours like traditional discipline would say, you can start with 30 minutes, 20 minutes, like I had initially said, right? Not because you're incapable of studying, but because consistency grows from realism, not pressure. You have to be realistic. Otherwise, you're gonna burn out, and now you can't get anything done. Is it worth it? No. So this is basically the framework, right? Self-discipline is built on 3 ideas. Number 1, compassion before correction. You don't fix what you hate, you fix what you understand. Cool? Great. Number 2, systems over motivation. Motivation is unstable, systems are stable. Motivation comes and goes. It doesn't last for long. It can last for literally 5 minutes, and then after that it's gone. You know, sometimes where you're scrolling on TikTok or Pinterest and you get this sudden burst to change your entire life. How long does that last, and how often does it come? Not very often, and it doesn't last very long. But when you have a system is a system is a structure, so therefore it is stable. No matter whether it's a day where you're feeling tired, whether it's a day you're feeling overwhelmed, whether it's a day that motivation you have like a lot of it, or you're happy, you're not, it's a system that you have built. And systems are consistent and stable. Therefore, building a system is much better than just you relying on motivation. Cool. And number 3, flexibility without chaos. You adjust your plan without abandoning it. Just because you started something, you started a specific plan or a specific system, and you feel like it's not working, it might not be for you, just adjust that plan. You picked that plan because you knew that there's something in it that you could actually do. There's something in it that you could actually commit to. So all you have to do is just adjust parts of it for it to work for you. The Pomodoro method. Think of it like that. There are so many study tips out here, but the Pomodoro method works for a lot of people like myself. My attention span is not the best, right? So I'd always just be studying in intervals. But when I saw that the 30 minutes and then 15-minute break was 30 minutes, 10-minute break, yeah, it didn't work for me because my attention span was still very short. So I would do 20 minutes with a 5-minute break, 20 minutes, 5-minute break, and then I was able to work up to 30 minutes. The Pomodoro method is not necessarily inefficient. It's just that you had to adjust it for it to work for you. It's that simple. Not everything works for everyone. Okay? Great. So now, self-discipline, it doesn't make you feel less disciplined. That's not what this is about. It makes your discipline sustainable. When you are going with the traditional discipline method, you're gonna crash and burn at some point, if you're somebody like me anyway. You know, if the traditional discipline works for you, that's wonderful. For me, it doesn't, and this is how I was able to develop this system, right? Cool. If you ever felt like you're failing at consistency, you're probably not. Your system is just not the one for you. Even with the system that I have already made, I have the link in the bio for the actual guide. Even with that system, there are certain things that you can tweak and change for it to work for you. I'm just putting the system that worked for me. Okay? This is all, nothing is said and done black and white on stone. You can change it as many times as you want. Okay? If it worked for you for 6 months, that's wonderful. But then certain things don't work after 6 months. You can still change it. Whatever works with you, whatever works for you, because you grow as a person, you also develop and you evolve as a person. That's the word I was looking for. You evolve as a person. Cool, great. So now in my next couple of videos, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a soft discipline system that fits you and your life. So stay tuned. But anyway, I love you. Mwah.